Welcome to my no bullshit hammer guide for Monster Hunter Wilds. The hammer is one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game. It's known for being the KO master, hits like a truck and can even counter monster attacks. This weapon is for you if you enjoy hitting things really hard. You love turning a monster skull into a whack-a-mole and you know that spin equals win. The downside? It's simple, it's not the fastest weapon and you can't cut tails. But who needs that when the monster is KO 24/7? Now, let's dive straight in with our core moves and combos. All our attacks do blunt damage, which can KO monsters. Since you can't cut tails anyways, you should always aim for the head. Your basic triangle Y attack chain is a double overhead smash followed by a heavy hitting upswing attack. The cool thing is that you can move between each hit. If you press triangle or Y while moving, you will do a side smash instead of an overhead smash. It does less damage, but it's faster and you can still perform the full combo. When you hold triangle or Y during the upswing, you can delay the attack. More on that later. Now for a circle or B button. Pressing it performs a 5-hit big bang combo. You're stationary during it and each hit hits harder and harder. It also applies big KO damage. But be careful, if you miss one of the attacks, the combo will break. If you hold R2, you will start charging up your next attack. This costs stamina, but you can move while you charge. If you want to interrupt it, just roll out of it. Charging has 3 levels. Visible with a colored flash and a sound effect. Depending on your charge level, you will perform different attacks. The higher the level, the more damage you will do. At level 1, you will perform a charged side blow. Level 2 will perform a charged upswing that moves you a bit forward. If you hold your directional input, it will cover quite some distance. Pressing triangle or Y after level 1 or 2 will perform a follow-up attack, which does decent damage as well. At level 3, you will perform the charged Big Bang, one of our hardest hitting attacks. And you can combo all these attacks with your basic hits from before. Finally, you can also press circle or B while you charge to perform a quick charge step to reposition. It also has invincibility frames, so it's really useful for dodging. But it costs extra stamina, so keep that in mind. Now things will get a bit spinny. During most of your attacks, you can press triangle and circle or Y and B together to start spinning around, hitting everything in your way. If you spin for too long, you will lose balance and your animation locked in place. That's why you can press triangle or Y during the spinning to perform other attacks, depending on how long you spinned. You can either cancel it instantly for a quick spinning side smash, or spin up to 2 times for a follow-up attack, or spin longer for a strong upswing. Like before, it can be delayed by holding triangle or Y. It's pretty clear that spin equals win, so here's another move. If you press triangle and circle or Y and B together when you are fully charged while holding R2, you will perform the mighty charge and start to spin your hammer like crazy. It drains stamina and you can move while you spin. This is another charged attack that has 2 stages. At stage 1, you will perform a mighty upswing when you release R2. At stage 2, you will perform the mighty charge slam, our hardest hitting attack. Hitting this one into a KO is one of the best feelings. You can also activate the mighty charge after any upswing attack or after the 4th hit of your Big Bang combo by pressing R2 with triangle and circle or Y and B together. Only the last hits of your combo chains have a big recovery time, so you should always roll out of them instead of waiting. If you jump off a ledge, you can press triangle for a quick jumping smash. Or you can press R2 to do a charged attack. Also, you can jump off the ledge while already charging to do even more damage. While holding R2, you can also run towards a climbable wall to do a crazy spin attack downwards when you release it. Pressing triangle without the charge will do a weaker version of it. And lastly, holding R2 while you slide down and then releasing it will perform the same attack. Alright, now that we covered the basics, let's go into more advanced stuff. I mentioned before that you can delay your upswing attack by holding down the triangle or Y button. This not only helps us to time the attack for moving monsters, but it is also our big counter attack. If you time your upswing so it hits the monster during its attack, you negate the damage you would take and knock it back. After that, you can continue with a strong counter, even with a mighty charge by pressing R2 with triangle and circle or Y and B together. Now, let's talk about the new mechanic in Monster Hunter Wilds, the focus mode. While holding L2 and pressing R1, you will perform the focus blow Earthquake. If you hit a wound, you will attack it multiple times and break it. But there's a trick. If you hold R2 during the focus blow animation, your character will start to charge up during it. After that, you can instantly combo it into a mighty charge by pressing triangle and circle or a charged Big Bang by releasing R2. Alright, we know how to attack and defend. Now, how do we apply that in a real hunt? Here are some tips. Our playstyle revolves around literally smashing the monster's head until it falls over. That's why you should always try and position yourself at the monster's head. All your attacks do KO damage, so make sure to abuse that. Also, make sure to utilize the side steps during your triangle Y attacks to hit the head easier. Here's a quick big damage combo if the monster is knocked down or immobile. Press triangle Y 3 times to perform your base combo and then follow up with a mighty charge. Often, especially early in a hunt, this will result in a KO and you can repeat the combo. If the monster is agile, you don't have to charge up every hit. Sometimes a hit and run level 1 charge with a follow-up is good enough to KO it, and then you can start stomping. We have good defensive tools, so make sure to use them. The offset strike is the perfect offensive defense that counters while you're mid-combo. Make sure to practice the delay of the upswing for epic counters. And don't forget that you can do the charge slide step while charging. You can dodge and reposition yourself for precise hits to the head. Our mighty charge level 2 attack is one of the hardest hitting attacks in the entire game. And if a monster falls asleep, it takes double damage from the first hit it takes. So if there's no greatsword user around, it's our duty to wake the monster up with a big bang. To do this correctly, charge up with R2 until level 3. Go into your mighty charge by pressing triangle and circle or Y and B together, and make sure you're not standing too close to the monster. Unleash it and make sure to only connect the last hit of the attack for huge damage. Got questions? Drop a comment or ask me live on twitch.tv/NinoMMO. If this video helped, hit that subscribe button and consider supporting me directly on Patreon. It really helps me keep making these no bullshit guides. Want to know the best hammer armor skills? Check out this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.